Can you believe it's been almost 10 years since Diddy Kong Racing first arrived on the N64? Well, it has been. You're old. Get over it. To celebrate the anniversary, developers are releasing the game on a handheld in Diddy Kong Racing DS, and by celebrate, we mean shamelessly exploit. The big difference between this and better games like Mario Kart DS is that there's actually some semblance of a storyline. You see, evil Whizpig has invaded an island filled with adorable critters so that he can terrorize them. They send a letter to Diddy Kong and friends to come help them. How does Diddy eradicate the porcine problem? Well, by racing in go-karts, in airplanes, in hovercraft. Yes, I know, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, if racing against crazy people hurt them, shouldn't we send Dale Earnhardt Jr. to North Korea? At the beginning of each level, you can give yourself a speed boost by spinning your wheels or blowing on your DS to get your propellers turning. It might sound fun, but we promise you'll get sick of spewing hot air in no time flat. Other additions are more welcome. You can play a balloon popping challenge on each course after you beat it. You control the camera with the touchscreen and use the stylus to burst as many balloons as you can. It looks simple, but it's actually surprisingly addictive. But that's about all that's habit forming. The original voice acting has been painstakingly re-recorded from the ground up, and it's terrible. What was wrong with Taj the Genie's old voice?
I am the genie of the island.
Okay, yeah, it was kind of stupid, but at least it made sense. Here's what he sounds like now. Ugh, I just got chills. On the plus side, you are able to upgrade the handling and look of your vehicle, provided you collect enough coins. Banjo the Bear and Conquer the Squirrel had to be removed from the game since Microsoft now owns their immortal souls. In their place, we get Dixie Kong and Tiny Kong. Man, who the hell remembers those characters? That's like showing up to a David Bowie concert and getting Chris Daughtry instead. But even with that addition, you're still way better off just buying Mario Kart DS and pretending you never heard of this wannabe. Diddy Kong Racing DS gets 3 Alakazams out of 5.
I hate bugs. They get caught in your teeth when you ride a motorcycle. They're obsessed with rotting tissue, and they appear in really bad first-person shooters. You've spent 8 long years forgetting the horror that is Denise Richards trying to emote.
I'm gonna be a pilot.
Now, Starship Troopers for the PC brings it all up again. Despite its tardy appearance, Starship Troopers the game fits right in with Starship Troopers the movie. 1, because it has the propagandic presentation and rough-and-tumble soldier talk.
Hey, shoot a nuke down a bug hole, you got a lot of dead bugs.
And 2, because it looks like a game that would have come out about 8 years ago. They must have gotten a government subsidy for using dark blue and gray, because Starship Troopers just loves bland. And the troopers themselves aren't any better. That's a polygon count only a mother could love. But she doesn't have to look good if she's got the moves, right? Well, from the moment you fire your rifle on the target range, you'll know the $40 you shelled out would have been better spent buying Alka-Seltzer to feed the seagulls. Okay, maybe that's unfair. What do you have to say about it, Casper Van Dien?
I'm gonna play. They'll at least have one person playing. Well, my kids too. The older ones.
Don't make your kids play it.
I like that. Yeah.
Starship Troopers boasts epic battles of 300 enemy bugs on screen at once. And they technically deliver. But the bugs are so stupid, they have to throw 300 at you to make it interesting. Take this impressive vista. A sea of bugs, and only I can stop the invasion. Actually, I never fired a shot while waiting for the next objective. Now that's a compelling game. What do you think, Casper Van Dien?
The older ones.
And don't worry about running out of ammo. Your main rifle has infinite rounds. That's right, infinite rounds. Starship Troopers favors blind firing at a gajillion bugs over strategy. It's a lot of fun, too. For about 3.5 minutes. Okay, only 2 minutes.
I like that. Yeah.
The mindless shooting might have been redeemed by some cool toys. The shotgun and rocket launcher that covers half the screen are not them. There's a multiplayer element we wanted to show you, but there wasn't anyone online playing. Anyone. Yeah, this game is a piece of crap. It's sad to see the glory days of Michael Ironside shooting bugs in the face fade into tedious gunfire. And for those of you that hated the movie, it's called satire, people. Yum, yum, yum. Not even Paul Verhoeven thinks Casper Van Dien is a good actor.
God, that hurts!
I like that. Yeah.
Starship Troopers earns itself a big, fat, fascist 2
I'm gonna be a pilot.
out of 5. Well, I haven't read the Book of Revelations in a while. I'm pretty sure that somewhere after the third horseman and just before the moon turns blood red, that there would be the coming of a game that would lead the world into chaos, anarchy, and death. As it turns out, there are 3 games that have shown themselves as harbingers of the apocalypse, and the pale horse has a rider with 1 face. Pray for a quick death, because the end is nigh and Burger King is leading the way. The first game of the Armageddon is Sneak King. Imagine if Sam Fisher really did go rogue and decided to terrorize America. Sneak King would be the strategy he would use. Enter an unsuspecting suburb, sneak up on people, and offer them horribly unhealthy foods that over time will kill them. Oh, and do a little dance. Remember when you were little and you jumped into your bumper car, but you got stuck in the corner because the car didn't work properly, and then just before you could have the pleasure of giving your little brother whiplash, they shut down the power for the next group of carnival goers to have a turn, leaving you with a feeling of amazing disappointment. That's what the game Big Bumpin' is like. When the loading screen is longer than the actual game, you have to ask yourself if it's worth the effort. But I guess if you're really desperate, there's the multiplayer mode, which lets you share the misery with a friend. In Pocket Bike Racer, the final horseman of the apocalypse has traded in his steed for a very small bike. You'll race around various locations in a Mario Kart-style race, minus all the fun of Mario Kart. Physics are often glitchy, and the courses can get boring quickly, but it is the best of the bunch. Look, everyone knows these games aren't good. They're quick gimmick to make a buck and advertise Burger King. So if we're going to be promoting fast food on the show, let's take a look at exactly what the king is shilling. 760 calories in 1 Whopper with cheese, and 47 grams of fat. Or how about the chicken tenders? Only 780 calories with 43 grams of fat and 4 grams of heart disease-producing trans fats. Can you say delicious? Maybe you want to go healthy and have a salad. The tender, crisp chicken garden salad with honey mustard dressing only has 670 calories and 44 grams of fat. But enough with the numbers. Anyone eating Burger King should know by now that the food is garbage, and so are these games. Sneak King gets a 1. Big Bumpin' gets a 2, and Pocket Bike Racer gets a 3. Out of...
This here's a game for all the fellas. Try to do what that X-Blade tells us. Get so sad cause you like puzzles. Play the DES like a dog with muzzles. Okay, Linus, take your stylus and play this game like you're on the no-fly list. You say you want a game with a funky groove? Well, we've got one, and it's Bust a Move. With dual screen fishing and some wishing, your slingshot ways will complete the whole mission by flipping bubbles from the bottom screen up to the top for a sight to be seen. There's no frustration in the DS Nation, just stay in the game like wise Perry Mason. Nothing's complicated, you may never lose. It's that kind of game, it's Bust a Move. In the city, gamers are busy. There's just no time for a long game tizzy. That's why this game has something to say about how long or short you want to play. Different mazes, different phases, almost as fun as yearly raises. There's a nice choice of modes with something to prove. It's got what you need, it's Bust a Move. Your best friend Adam, don't call him Adam, likes puzzle games like a young John Badham. This game's got more soul than that guy John Mayer. If you got friends, you've got multiplayer. The characters and graphics give off a funky jive. That's why we give this game a 4 out of 5. Someday, I swear, I'll visit the Louvre, but until then, I'll just bust a move.
God sure has made some groovy things, like elephants and television. But he hasn't made any good video games as far as we can tell. And if the Bible game is any example of intelligent design, we'll stick with the monkey theory.
So sorry, Lou. You lose all of your points for this round.
The Bible game blends cartoonish innocence with Old Testament grumpiness, and the result is fitting. It's a game show!
Welcome, everyone, to Do Unto Others.
A poorly pixelated televangelist confronts an impressionable flock in order to teach them the Bible's leading lesson. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away.
You lose all of your points for this one.
This is accomplished through a series of text questions that proves how far from faith you are. Who in Satan's subdivision knows that? It's also achieved through a series of tepid minigames that castrate context into an exploding Chinese restaurant of visual chaos. The Tree of Knowledge, for example, has you choosing good fruits over the odious orb of satanic nutrition known as the apple. Let's see, lesson learned. Apple's bad. Another game has you riding on top of a whale, navigating through hoops. Lesson learned. It's easier to drive a whale from the outside than inside. Here's a game that has you leaping around collecting mana at a furious pace. It seems more like the religions of the world competitively converting the faithless. Lesson learned. What the hell is mana and why do these children need it? We've got a game. Wanna play?
Hi, kids. I'm Punt. I'm a prayer. I'm the guy you talk to when you want a touchdown or money for drugs. Want to play a great game? It's called Whip Thy Neighbor. Whip his ass, whip his ass. Whip him, whip him, whip him. Woo! Hey, kids, look who it is. Mel Gibson's favorite action star. Yay!
What's happening, little compadre?
Looks like the people you died for are in for a little payback.
Other games seemed more geared towards the autistic than the artistic. Witness this game where you have to place the commandments in the right order. They're already numbered. The title is really just one big insult to a wide array of age groups. At times too hard, other times too easy, and most of the time just evangelically naive. We heart the Bible, we just hate the game. We give it a 2 out of 5.
God rest him.
Who's ready for a steel-toed stroll down memory lane? It's bleak this time around, and the memories bad. Manhunt 2 for the Wii is here. Rockstar's siege machines are done pulverizing us with flaming balls of hype, launched by hypocritic, fear-peddling media outlets shouting, "They've gone too far!" The only thing you need to know is that this game blows. I mean, it's like drinking cheap scotch and pond water out of your granddad's shoe bag. Let's take a look at the evidence to convict. We're back at brain-blending, man-hunting hotspot Dixmoor Asylum. Pig pong, anybody? This time, Danny Lamb and a chatty pal that only shows up in cutscenes are about to beat Dixmoor and, escape. Naturally, the crazy comes with Danny as you push him through his past and present in search of the project.
I smell project.
Mannequin hunt, too. Will cause a gag reflex less for violence and more for the flat, imagination-free formlessness of the level design. Well, just looks like a soupy stew of charcoal, clam juice, and rotten pomegranate.
But Adam, this is the cosmetics of insanity.
Right. Tell Loper you got a new location for a girls' school and leave me alone. Man bunt. Sorry. As far as Wiimote moves as instruments of murder training, I wouldn't worry too much. Throw to the right, to the left, up, down, stabbing motion, and then sort of chain them together. The resulting fatality cutscenes on the Wii are impossible to make out. It just looks like somebody puked on that photo of Lee Harvey Oswald getting shot by Jack Ruby. The game has lost the creepy containment of the original. You don't feel like Lamb is fighting insanity in the insane. Now it's just a world gone mad. One chart of interest is the tension of holding your death blow as you stalk your prey till the last moment. Your kill is made more satisfying when blending the tension and fear of being detected. Nearly everything in this game seems broken or worn out, with the exception of the molecular gratification found in Stealth and Slay. It's time to close this nuthouse, Rockstar. I'm sure one of your upcoming games could use the homeless people. A 2 out of 5.
Angie, sometimes wish you weren't so stupid.
Unless Brain Age's Dr. Kawashima has gotten really harsh, there's only one game that would actively call its players stupid. I'm talking, of course, about Jackass the game for the PS2. After suffering a totally hilarious injury to the gonads, the show's director is carted off to the hospital, and you replace him. You follow Johnny, Steve-O, and Wee Man around town, capturing their playful monkey shine. The target here is to shoot 7 episodes, each filled with 5 different stunts. The stunts themselves are a series of minigames. Essentially, Jackass the game should be called Jackass, a collection of minigames you've seen done before in better, more fun titles. The stunts have different goals. Completing them earns you more money and the dubious right to direct the next episode. The games are shallower than Denise Richards in the kiddie pool. None of them last much longer than a minute and start to get repetitive after a couple of episodes. Worse, the controls are unresponsive and sluggish. But don't worry, they're so easy, you won't have to try them more than a couple of times. More than that, the games are derivative. I've seen this in Katamari. Pretty much Loco Roco, Whack-A-Mole, Greek Labyrinth, Russian Bar 92. Seen them, done them, and I have the scars on my left hand to prove it.
Why am I doing this?
For what it's worth, and it's not worth much, the character likenesses are pretty accurate. All of the cast members are voiced by the actual Jackass team. So you get all the witty dialogue you've come to expect from the MTV show.
I'm surrounded by morons. And don't sprain your vagina!
Dude, you f***ing smoking.
The ragdoll physics are okay too. The more you hideously injure the cast, the more money you make. So keep those compound fractures a-coming. Now personally, I prefer a more sophisticated brand of humor. By the way, old chaps, did you hear the one about the corrupt Minister of Finance? His morals were truly bankrupt. Oh, that had the fellows at the lodge positively guffawing over brandy last night. But I will admit, there are a few cheap laughs to be had here. I'll have to tell the fellows about the elephant poo dive.
Oh! Show me what you got.
This is just too easy, too shallow, and too poorly put together. Come on, guys, we can do better than this. Jackass the game gets 2 cowpipe push-ups out of 5. I know what you're thinking. That kid is bending the crap out of that air. He must be some sort of airbender. Well, you're right. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Avatar, the last airbender.
Hey, Appa!
Around the office, the animated television show Avatar gets a bit of a mixed vote. Half the staff likes it and thinks it's a well-written show, and the other half is smart. But here's something we can all agree on. The video game adaptation is terrible. Here's the storyline for the uninitiated. The 4 nations of water, earth, fire, and air all lived in harmony for many years, until one day, fire broke the peace and attacked. The only person who can manipulate all the elements and bring back unity is called the Avatar.
All in a day's work for the Avatar.
Unfortunately, the current Avatar, Aang, gets frozen in ice for 100 years. And when he thaws out, he discovers that the world is being enslaved by the evil Fire Nation.
Bring me the girl.
It's up to Aang, his flying bison, and a gang of newfound friends to liberate the globe one hippie at a time.
Peace, friend.
Let's see. Wind, earth, fire, air. Oh, if there was a heart kingdom, they could form Captain Planet. The actual gameplay is much less exciting than the story would suggest. Mostly, you run up to a group of bad guys, kill them, run over to the next group of bad guys, kill them, etc., etc., etc. Avatar is also out for the PS2, but the Wii version has features you won't get anywhere else, like motion-sensitive controls that add absolutely nothing to the game experience. Yes, you could twirl the remote around to pull off special moves, but there's no incentive. You can beat almost every enemy by tapping the A button randomly.
Airbending won't do anything.
Not even the strongest Happy Smoke could get us to enjoy this button masher.
Anyone need some herbs?
Even worse is the repetitive enemy list. Hey guys, I'm halfway through this game. Why am I still beating up on wolves? So much for peaceful enlightenment. I'm single-handedly putting an animal on the endangered species list. And the less said about the embarrassingly lazy camera, the better. Yes, my character is hidden behind that tree, and no, I have no idea what he's doing there. Probably fighting a wolf or something. You know, with his orange outfit and over-the-top voice acting, you might confuse Avatar with another famous anime martial artist.
Naruto Uzumaki Saga.
Ah yes, our old friend Naruto.
Believe it! I'm a ninja!
But unlike most Naruto games, Avatar features no extras to entice die-hard fans.
You and your stupid jutsu!
The lame special features include concept art, and the ability to enter cheat codes to unlock more concept art. What kind of scary geeks care about cheat codes to unlock drawings of a flying bison? Oh, right. Heaping insult on injury, Avatar crashed when we tried to save our game. So here's our X-Play hint of the day. Do not try and save your game. In fact, don't start playing it in the first place. Just stay away. Far away. Avatar: The Last Airbender gets a 2.
Anyone need some herbs?
Out of 5.
It's Mr. X to the Z exhibit, and yo, we about to go pimp some rides.
Yes, Master Thespian Exhibit is back in Pimp My Ride for the Xbox 360.
Marcia, I'm here to pimp your ride, homegirl.
Yeah! The game takes place in a fictional metropolis called Pimp City.
Pimp City's pretty tight.
Yes, it's really called Pimp City. How does that work exactly? Do you have to be a pimp in order to live in Pimp City? Are you telling me that this slouched mental patient is a pimp? And if everyone is a pimp, then who exactly is getting pimped?
You officially been pimped.
Oh. Here's how the game works. You earn money by collecting cash icons, hollering at repetitively dressed fans, and most improbably, running head-on into other cars. How does that earn me money? Once you've saved up some Skrilla, you drive to prospective pimpies' houses and check out their broken-down wheels.
You get in a fight with an electric sander?
Is it just us, or do these wannabe actors freak out a little bit too much?
Man, this job is getting too dangerous.
Wow, you need some serious mood stabilizers.
Oh my god!
Oh, shut up already! You take their car and drive it around to different shops in the city. Get a nice new paint job at the body shop. Or pick up a banging stereo. Or install, well, you know, a portable fashion runway. Yes, they just put a runway in the back of a pickup truck. You're given a limited time to drive to different shops, and when the clock runs out, you show your contestant what you've done.
Oh my god, this is so dope!
Then they choose between your work and that of a rival body shop.
It's decision time. What's it gonna be?
If they pick yours, you get to go on to the next level and inform the nutcase that they've been pimped.
You officially been pimped.
Is that a good thing?
There's one more thing. You've officially been pimped.
Thanks. The real shame is that the game provides an attractive, sprawling city and then gives you almost nothing to do in it.
Here we go.
And the steering is surprisingly awful. It feels like you're driving a Zamboni over a margarine rink. You know, it's true. It actually is pretty hard out there for a pimp, especially if you have to make a right turn. And like any good next-gen title, this one features a mini-game where you can ghost ride the whip. Yes, it's as dumb as it looks. From every indication, you'd think this was a budget title, and you'd be wrong. Admission to Pimp City will set you back $50. Are you kidding us, MTV? People should get paid for watching this blatant advertisement.
All right, I've seen more than enough.
So have we. Pimp My Ride gets a 2.
Oh my god!
Out of 5.
Ooh. When a game's called Advent Rising, you can typically smell the sense of importance wafting from the DVD case. It smells like Roger Waters on fire. But it doesn't stop at the packaging. This is the beginning of Advent Rising. Important cinematic opening, big things are happening.
How big is this thing?
It's big. Then it switches to important, slow-moving gameplay. But it's really easy to not realize that you're supposed to control the ship. No, that would break the illusion of futuristic boredom. Then you have to walk. Okay, I dance. But you have to do it through miles of an uninteresting space station where everyone ignores you. Whoever thought this would help articulate a fully realized world should realize that stale matzah covered in Marmite engenders a stronger reaction than this Tomorrowland cafeteria. Then the story starts. I know it's a big old deal that space scribe Orson Scott Card wrote this self-professed epic, but doesn't he undermine it with characters like this?
A what? A complete language dump. Suck up, brother.
Oh.
So there's these good aliens who apparently haven't seen a Jimmy Fallon movie, and as a result, revere the human race.
Glorious humans.
And then there's these bad aliens called Seekers. I don't know what they're seeking, but from the look of it, it's a role in the next Halo game. So finally the game starts, right? Well, if you consider dragging your buddy's limp ass through more of this space Holiday Inn, then yes. Finally, you get to start killing things. Which, to the game's credit, is fast, furious, and frequent. Although, in the interest of consistency, the combat's as screwed up as Edward Furlong in Bolivia. See, there's a lot of enemies, so you need to target one to shoot them. And the targeting works by flicking the right analog stick. Curiously, you also move the camera with the right analog stick, so you'll find yourself accidentally targeting enemies all over the place. Oh yeah, the game also likes to auto-target whenever it will, so you'll be playing some obnoxious game of homicidal semaphore. Huh. Now that sounds familiar.
What you get is Drake chaotically throwing his arms every which way like a homicidal semaphore session.
No, the game isn't as bad as that, but it has the slideshow effect of a bad frame rate, graphics as stunning as a bowl of rice, and it's also clearly suckled from the creative teat of Halo that the Bungie guys must be feeling mighty tender right now. What's so sad is that somewhere in the formica corners of Advent Rising, you can see a fun, entertaining game yearning to get out. Instead, there's a whole bunch of overblown concepts that get so in the way of the game that it trips over itself to a 2 out of 5.
I'm gonna feel that one in the morning.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Midway Classic Arcade 1, 2, and 3. A total of 50 games between the three. Let's do this! Lame, ass, and kill, and kill, and kill! Sucks eggs. More like Pussy Boy. Would Pussy Boy deliver balls? Meh. Okay. Suck. Your intensity is for stupid. Lame. Weak. Stupid. Weak. Lame. Wet and lame. Awesome. Named after your mom's glow. Rock. Stupid. Boobs. It's like your mom. Long, boring, and a slut. Sweet. And kill, and kill, and kill, and kill. Sucks. Next. Ninja robots. Toasty. Pig. Take that, Mom. Lame. Monkey. Twice as lame. What the Yes. No. Weak. Stupid. Okay. Still sucks. What the? Wait, I didn't say anything. Whatever. Blah, blah, blah. And Super X-Play High rules! So in conclusion, if you're old and retarded, Midway brings back the games you grew moldy with in 1 and 2, while sticking old racing crap in 3. That's why I'm giving Midway Arcade 1 a 3, 2 a 3, and 3 a 2 out of 5. Bitch.
Nintendogs. Not so much a game as a poignant reminder of your own solitude. Okay, that was a depressing opening. Let's try this again. Hooray! Puppies, hooray! You can tell this game was made in Japan, where people yearn for pets while trapped in apartments the size of a litter box. You can tell the game wasn't made in some other places, where puppy dogs make the cutest stew. Maybe the next installment of Nintendogs will be a cooking sim. Okay, I'll stop with the puppy eating jokes. I just can't help myself. The cutesiness of the whole thing makes me want to spoil everyone else's fun. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is my favorite puppy. I named him Dinner. Your little pugnacious pup pretty much adorables his way through life. You, on the other hand, are responsible for everything else. Food, water, exercise, peeing, pooper scooping, And let me tell you, the little guy is full of white poop nuggets. And don't forget the real purpose of doggy ownership, accessorizing. Virtual shopping is almost as much fun as playing with a cold, hard, pixelated rendering of a puppy. Sorry, the cynicism keeps bleeding through. I'll try to quash it. So, what you see is what you get, and despite all my bitching and moaning, the whole virtual puppy experience is pretty rewarding. You pet your dog. You bathe your dog. You pet him again because he liked it so much the first time. You send him to puppy competitions that will warp his mind and make him think he's fat. Okay, so he's really not so good at frisbee. Dinner, like we practiced. You're embarrassing Mommy. You see that right there? That's Mama's new show dog. I think I'll call him Spinach Dip. You can also train your dog with nifty voice recognition technology. Sit. Roll over. And you pretty much get the idea how that part of it works. But how much is having a Nintendog like having a real dog? Let's find out.
We're having an adventure.
This is Adam. Adam only plays with real puppies. Look how they frolic and play. We've secretly replaced this real dog with Nintendogs from Nintendo, the latest in dog simulation technology. Let's see if he notices.
Buddy, hey, whatever happened to the Poochie? It's just a DM.
Oh, play along, Adam. This whole thing's just a ploy so we can have a dog in the office.
Yay.
You're my friend? It's not very furry.
The conclusion? Nintendogs is nothing like having a real dog. In fact, it isn't even a pathetic substitute.
I think this is actually making my face more dirty.
But hey, it's way better than a Tamagotchi. I'm gonna bet it was clear from the first moment you saw it whether or not you would like this game. You don't need me to tell you. I will tell you that the core of the game, the one-on-one interaction, is a brilliant example of interactive entertainment. And I will tell you, we give Nintendogs a 4 out of 5.